The Australian dream is dying alongside the fair go. Let's get into it. The 2023 Intergenerational Report included the following chart showing the collapse in home ownership amongst younger Australians. In 1981, about 55% of Australians aged 25 to 29 owned a home. Just 4 decades later, there has been a significant decline to a little over 35% of Australians aged 25 to 39 owning their own home. As you can see, the discrepancy narrows as you move into older age groups. The proportion of Australians over the age of 70 who own a home is now essentially the same as it was in 1981. However, this is because most people over the age of 70 purchased their homes in the 1980s and 1990s, prior to the massive real estate boom. The disparity in home ownership rates will remain constant as the present cohort of under 30s progresses up the band. This disparity will also widen as the next generation of under 30s enters the data. The previous chart from the 2023 Intergenerational Report was based upon 2021 census data, and that data is already wildly out of date and the housing situation has worsened. As we know, Australian home values have pushed much higher since 2021, alongside higher mortgage rates. As a result, Australia's housing affordability has collapsed to its lowest ever level, with median income households earning just over $112,000 a year able to afford only 14% of homes sold across the nation over the past year, according to PropTrack. The bottom line is that Australian first home buyers are being locked out of the housing market. Most first home buyers rent, and a medium income renting household could afford just 11% of homes sold over the past year and just 9% of detached houses. While they pay astronomical rents, first home buyers need to save an unprecedented deposit just to have the privilege of taking out a mega mortgage to purchase an ordinary home. Check out the table on the right from money.com.au. It shows that deposit requirements have doubled in 10 years to 2024. The sad reality is that it has become nearly impossible for a first home buyer to purchase a home without substantial support from their parents or grandparents. A new Ascent research survey shows that just 15% of respondents believe it's possible for young Australians to purchase a home without assistance. Further insult to injury, fewer than 8% say that on average the standard of living will be better for the next generation of Australians, and only 27% are very confident that their retirement will be financially secure. To put it simply, the situation is bleak for young Australians. Meanwhile, politicians are blind and unaffected by the nation's deplorable housing affordability. An investigation by the ABC shows that federal parliamentarians have a home ownership rate of 94.7%. This compares to a home ownership rate for Australians more broadly of 66.3%, which is skewed higher by retirees. Of the 227 sitting MPs and senators in Australia's federal parliament, only 12 declared that they had no property ownership. 67 federal parliamentarians owned a single property, 71 owned 2 properties, and an extraordinary 77 owned 3 or more properties. Bottom line is that Australia is no longer the nation of the fair go and has deteriorated into a class-based society. Intergenerational wealth transfer has replaced the Australian dream of home ownership, and Australia's politicians are the biggest benefits of Australia's newfound propertocracy. Australia as a nation has robbed our children and grandchildren of their housing futures. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.